Hey everyone, Matt Fossa here. This is entry number 2 on Matt's Oboe blog. Today is November the 10th, 2016. And today we are looking at Franz Liszt's Les Préludes, his first ever tone poem. And it's a terrific piece. It's a piece that kind of, it's about birth and then life, aging, and death. That's the basic general premise of it. And it's got a number of themes. This is one of the first pieces in a whole genre of pieces called tone poems, where one of the hallmarks of it is you take an idea, a main theme, and you play with it over the course of the work, and it undergoes what's called thematic transformation. So you hear this beautiful lyrical theme I'll play in a minute, and then later on you hear it in another way, presented in a different way by different instruments with some different rhythms, and then it's presented in yet other ways by other groups of instruments. And by the end of the piece, it goes from being this flowing lyrical melody to a very, very almost percussive march or something, you know. It's a funeral march or just a procession on into the next life, so to speak. Anyway, just to talk about this, the beginning of this piece, you have this beautiful four-horn presentation of the main melody, and then after that, then the oboes come in octaves. And this is a pretty exposed passage, and it deserves our attention. Intonation is the key. Remember, if you're the second oboe, you need to fit your sound into that of the first oboe and complement their sound as best you can. So we finish up, the horn chorale plays, and then we imitate what they did. Now, at this point, the piece changes character with the diminished chord here, and then just the woodwinds play these chords, and then the oboe kind of comes out of that and plays this long trill while the flutes and clarinets and bassoons play some other interjections. And so my advice here is the trill obviously needs to be heard. You're the only person doing this, but you know, don't be hugely overpowering. It's marked piano for a reason, so just kind of let your trill float along. So we start off at fortissimo, and then we start diminuendoing. Again. And so on. You fade away, hopefully on niente. Okay, and so that's the beginning of Les Préludes. Now we move on to this other passage. Let me open this up, actually. So we finally come out of this very stormy moment in the piece, and then the oboe gets to play this quasi-cadenza based on the first theme of the piece that the cellos play much earlier on. So here we go with that. So when we get to the moving notes, you can sort of take some time and play with it. It's written retard. The conductor will usually be conducting at this point. And then when you play the second entrance, there's a longer cadenza where it looks like it's a 6/4 bar or a 3/2 bar. It's not marked, so really it is meant to be treated as a cadenza. And you know, again, some rubato there. Take your time, especially when you come down this quarter note triplet at the end. Back and complete the melody at rehearsal H, and the conductor will join you there with the rest of the orchestra. All right, here we go. So we have this stormy bit, and then we come out of it. And we resolve that in G major. So, B flat major, then B flat dominant 7 to E flat, then B flat major to B flat dominant 7th, and then E flat, C minor, and then resolving to G major. So very, very nice chords. Okay, and then lastly, we have this little 6/8 section here that deserves a little bit of attention. We're now in 3 sharps, and it goes on at a pretty good clip. It's meant to be very light and dance-like, so here we go. First we have instrument coming, and then you respond. And the clarinet plays, and then the flute plays, clarinet plays, and then you enter. And then yum da 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 dum da 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 dee dum da da da. Beautiful piece. And then lastly, another 6/8 passage. We go into C major, and this is supposed to be poco a poco Accelerando until we get to Allegro Marziale at the end of it. So this is going to get faster and faster as you go. Again, try to keep it light. You are the only person playing this little accompanimental figure while the rest of the orchestra plays the melody you played earlier. Ya dee da dee, ya da dee. So, but you definitely need to be heard. And then you get to come in and play the melody. And so on. So anyway, that's a little look at Franz Liszt's Les Préludes. Hope you liked it. Be kind to each other. Make beautiful music.